Everyone believes that noon is the most honest time of day. Shadows are short, lies have nowhere to hide, and the light illuminates nothing but the truth. Yet that very conviction may be the most cunning superstition of all. In the middle of the day, I saw a suspicious bouquet of flowers. It was not a plant. It was the wreckage of a metaphor, the concept of a plant, left behind as the result of a predetermined failure. The petals did not bloom with color. Rather, color itself was multiplying, one petal at a time, to justify its own existence. The stem refused to take root in the ground. Instead, it seemed to extend its root system into the memories of the future, absorbing nutrients from events that had not yet occurred. The paper wrapping the bouquet did not flutter in the wind. Rather, it was the wind itself that was wrapped within that paper. The air was folded away. Time was preserved as wrinkles in the wrapping paper, and only the single point of noon was reused over and over. I don't know who placed it there. No, the very grammar of who did not apply to that bouquet. The cause produces no result. The result traces back to the cause to claim ownership. Existence is not an occurrence, but merely delayed evidence. Therefore, that bouquet was not a gift. The act of giving was merely explaining itself retrospectively by borrowing the form of a bouquet. I inhaled the scent. Only then did I realize that fragrance had no name. Instead, only misunderstanding lay there, sweetly decaying. A butterfly approached, but the butterfly was not seeking nectar. It was attempting to return its taxonomic destiny, that of being a butterfly, before this bouquet. Its fluttering was a visualization of that translation error, continuing to soar. I tried to lift the bouquet. At that moment, its weight lifted me. Mass was not an attribute of an object, but a dead ode to reality. I did not float off the ground. It was simply that the world had temporarily relinquished the definition of me. The day remained bright. It was so bright that darkness was not even allowed to flee into the night. Instead, it matured as blackness within the light itself. That bouquet was not strange. It was simply that the concept of strangeness had lost its own meaning. Perhaps beauty is not something that can be understood. It is likely a general term for the phenomenon in which the institution of understanding is quietly dismantled by beauty. The midday light kills shadows. By killing shadows, light conceals its own violence. A bouquet, though it is a collection of bound individuals, the very act of binding bleaches away the contours of the individual. I say I saw it. But to see is an act that contaminates the object with meaning even before the arrow of intentionality reaches it. Why is the bouquet suspicious? It is because the bouquet is oversignified. Flowers are, by their very nature, gratuitous proliferation and aimless blooming. Yet by being bound together, they are transformed into a gift, and a gift always carries within it the premonition of a debt in the form of reciprocity. This bouquet anticipates that very debt. The recipient, the moment they receive it, assumes an ontological debt, the obligation to give something in return. Daytime is thought to be a time that allows no room for doubt. It is the strongest light that gives birth to what is most invisible. No one can look directly at the sun. The reason a bouquet seen in the daytime seems suspicious is that even within the transparency of daylight, the bouquet retains an opaque residue. Even under the tyranny of visibility, something always refuses to be seen. The bouquet, too, stands as something more than just flowers, even though it is made of flowers. That something is the seed of strangeness. The act of offering a bouquet, while aspiring to pure gift-giving, inevitably betrays that purity. A true gift, the moment it is recognized as a gift, is no longer a gift. It is reclaimed by the economy of exchange and incorporated into the circulation of symbolic capital. Thus, the bouquet I saw that afternoon was placed before me as a self-deconstructing sign, a gift that betrays the gift, love that calculates love, and something given freely that casts doubt on its very gratuitousness. That strangeness lies in the very fact that the bouquet embodies the impossibility of the gift. When I look at the bouquet, in a sense, the bouquet is looking back at me. It is the moment when the boundary between the beholder and the beheld melts away within the flesh. The strangeness of the bouquet lies not merely in its being the object of my gaze, but in its laying bare the very structure of the gaze itself. I am not merely looking at the bouquet. Through it, I am witnessing the fragility of the act of seeing. The flowers were simply there, bundled, offered, suspected, yet owned by no one. They quietly bloomed in the daylight, revealing the impossibility of their own meaning.